Hello there, my name's Card. I'm a long-time progressive community organiser and activist, and today I just wanted to briefly talk about a reactionary dog whistle that's been around for a few years and why it's used and what it means. For those who don't know, in politics, a dog whistle is a word or phrase or a symbol which seems innocent or innocuous to most people, but which really communicates a more sinister, hidden message to those in the know. There will be a playlist of videos of mine at the top of the description that goes into detail about all sorts of dog whistles and how to spot them. Today in particular, I wanted to talk about the OK hand sign and how it's been adopted as a far right-wing symbol. You will most likely have heard something about this before, but I still think it's worth breaking down why and how a gesture like that could become a tool used to communicate by the alt-right. Obviously, the OK hand sign itself has been around for a long time, probably hundreds of years in fact. But this use of it by the online right goes back to early 2015. Around this time, a handful of online news outlets we're really starting to report on what the alt-right is and what it does and how it uses a bunch of esoteric symbols to mask its messaging to those who aren't in on it. Essentially, then a bunch of image board users, people from the likes of 4chan and 8chan, collaborated to create a fake alt-right symbol that they would only use ironically, because in their minds, if a progressive outlet did an expose on that, it would just be a really funny troll and they would look foolish. So these image board users pretended that conspicuously doing the OK gesture at one another was a way of signalling that they're avowed white supremacists. A lot of the then big names of the online right, like high-profile neo-Nazi Richard Spencer and reactionary drama queen Milo Yiannopoulos, all got on board, and with them playing along, it elevated this otherwise just pretty unfunny and forced 4chan meme into something with a lot of recognition with the broader online conservative sphere of influence. Pretty soon after, progressive outlets did do pieces on this latest reactionary fad, and all of the image board shut-ins acted as if they'd successfully got one over on all those gullible liberals at the Southern Poverty Law Centre or whatever. The thing is, doing it to make people think it's a racist joke is what makes it a racist joke. If white supremacists are using it intentionally and consistently, it ceases to be ironic. It wasn't ever just a joke. And anyone deliberately flashing an OK hand sign to troll the libs knows what it means, and is 100% doing it on purpose. There isn't much else to it, and years later, they're still at it. Every reactionary 20-something posting pictures of themselves on social media still thinks they're slick for doing an OK sign for their handful of like-minded followers. And we've had a few incidents of conservative political staffers being caught out for doing it in official photographs and the like, as if people wouldn't notice. Most tellingly, when the Christchurch, New Zealand shooter appeared in court, he kept flashing the chamber cameraman with the OK sign and other alt-right gestures, apparently hoping he'd look cool for all his Nazi mates who saw the news coverage of the trial. The thing I really want to stress is how, despite so many people online who will readily tell you it's just an inconsequential little joke, and all the people who do it telling you it's nothing, they all know what it really means. And they think it's fine to act like the beliefs of the people who start this sort of thing are just something to play around with. Realistically, if you see someone making the OK hand sign for no other clear reason in a social media post or something like it, the one reason they're doing it is because it's an alt-right symbol. And anyone who thinks this stuff is just fun and games is perfectly willing to pal around with some pretty vile people. you need to be able to identify those people if you want to be able to keep your community safe. So please, just keep it in mind and keep your eyes open. That's all I have to say on it today. Once again, my name's Card. If you might want to hear more from me, especially about emerging or obscure dog whistles and how to spot them, feel free to subscribe to this YouTube page or take a look through my older videos. Goodbye for now, and have a lovely day.